Hello, man. Hello, Mgtows. Today we're going to talk about SMV versus SMV. I know it's confusing. Social market value versus sexual market value. Social market value doesn't equate to sexual market value. Sexual market value doesn't equate to social market value. These two things are often confused as the same. Here's the problem with the cognitive dissonance in most females' heads. She wants a man with high sexual diversity, so she seeks out a man with high sexual diversity, marries him and has children, and then figures out that he has low social value and can't provide, so she divorces him. Now, on the other hand, she looks for a man with high social value that can provide, and then she finds out that the man has low sexual value or low sexual diversity, and she doesn't want to mate with him, so she searches out another man with high sexual diversity and then mates with him. Well, that leads to the same divorce problem. Can you see the problem? Rarely men have both these qualities. Well, in Mgtow, we look at both of these things, but we rarely separate them. This leads to SMV versus SMV wars. A man with low sexual diversity can be a provider. A man with high sexual diversity may or may not be able to be a provider and, mate with the female. But which one of these things are easily obtained? Well, they're both easily obtained. We see men using steroids, cheating the system, and that leads to just low quality children. If he can cheat her for that period of time. Now, money, finances, a house, car, and that stuff is all great, but then you risk the chance of her going out and cucking you and having a child with a man of high sexual diversity, so she gets the best of both worlds. That means the male with high social value will take care of the male's child with low social skills and low social skills, and his high sexual diversity, the male will be cucked in that situation by the female. So this leads to a lot of questions within Mgtow. How do we do these things? Now, we can see these things play out in Mgtow most of the time, and most of the arguments that come around in Mgtow, the level 1, level 2ers, we can see with the TFLers and the incellers that they have low sexual diversity value. Now we can see with the other side of Mgtow, and this gets into a problem with the monks when monks place no value on sexual skills. Sexuality is not a skill. Sexual diversity is not a skill. So we look at these things and we see how these arguments play out in Mgtow, and that's the most fascinating part about being a Mgtow sometimes, is you can look at these things and divide them, and you can sort these things in your life, and you can put yourself in this group. And like I said, most people don't carry both true values at the same time. I think that would be the top 20%, and in my opinion, it's more like the top 5% and nowadays in Mgtow and everything. But every argument that you see in here is this versus this, or this idea versus this idea, and we have to learn to separate these things in our thinking process, and leave and be lenient towards each end of the spectrum. And well, all this knowledge is great and all that, but hence an 86% divorce rate from 20 to 35, and that includes you. So Mgtow is the only way to go, but understand these things. That's all I wanted to talk about today, guys. And once you get these ideas separated in your head, you can start developing a manner of living that includes you, instead of you just doing these things for the female. But you have to be able to spot it. And that's all I wanted to talk about today, Mgtow. And thanks a lot. You guys take care.